Right, Mohammad Hassan is on the phone line with us. He's got a big canvas of Lucknow, Greater Noida, and I think some more areas for investment. Mohammad, go ahead. How can we help you?
Yeah, hi, good evening. My name is Hassan. I'm calling from Gurgaon. And thank you for considering my query. And this is really a fantastic show because the information that you share with us is absolutely precise and bang on target.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. So there are four constraints that I have. I'm looking for a long horizon. I'm looking for 4 to 6 years of investment time. I am looking for some project which is in pre-launch. I'm looking forward to invest into the property, into a destination that will be the future destinations. I can wait for 4 to 5 or 6 years, and then I am looking for a price bracket of say something from 30 to 35, 40 lakhs kind of a bracket. So basis these four criteria, I have shortlisted 3 properties. A is Omix Residency in Lucknow, phase 2, that is being offered somewhere around at 2,300 rupees per square feet. B, there's an option in Ansal API, which is a high-tech township coming bang on the Greater Noida. Again, Crystal Palm is the project that they are offering at about 2,200 square feet. 3, I'm looking forward for some pre-launch properties, group housing into Greater on Yamuna Expressway, which I presume is the futuristic place with lot of improved infrastructure and town planning coming into there. And of course, with the new international terminal coming there and metro also being proposed.
All right, so are you saying then you would want us to give you options in the Greater Noida, Yamuna Expressway region, or are you also going to, are you also looking at options in Lucknow, because that's what you'd send us in your email?
Yes, that will be kind of you if you can give me some options in Lucknow also and on Yamuna Expressway and Greater Noida, if the time allows.
All right, so Hassan, actually we'll have to devote about half an hour to you on the show, but we'll try and wrap it up a little earlier. These are 3 big markets, is Lucknow. So let's start with Lucknow, because I think if we go systematically, it's a better way to deal with this question.
Very exciting call, I must say. The Lucknow market that he's referred is the Gomti Nagar extension.
Which is, yeah, one of the best markets.
It's actually on the periphery side of the city. It's not a very short-term bet, but the good thing is he's having a long-term perspective. So from that perspective, this market surely meets the broad criteria. In
fact, all 3 that he's chosen is a long-term perspective. So he's done his research very well. Whether you look at Yamuna Expressway or Greater Noida, we can keep saying that Greater Noida isn't showing any returns.
Correct.
Or Gomti Nagar extension. These are futuristic markets. So that's a thumbs up to you, Hassan, that you've already done your homework very well.
Very true. The only thing we like to highlight on the Greater Noida side is that you have 2 options that he's rightly picked up. One is on the Dadri corridor and the Yamuna Expressway corridor. We believe it's more from an investment perspective, better to invest on the Yamuna Expressway side, because Dadri still has that feeling of a little bit of industrial township. I mean, it's not very upmarket that way. Yamuna Expressway is looking exceedingly well in terms of the infrastructure that they're developing.
And it's done very well in the last 6 months. Prices have just shot up there with the expressway coming up, of course.
So talking about some broad data points for each one of these regions. First, let me talk about Lucknow Gomti Nagar extension area and Faizabad Road. The total projects are about 5 in this category, and you have about 1738 units. The available units are just at 194 with a very healthy inventory overhang of about 6 months. The weighted average price of this micro market is at about 2304 per square feet. The second option is the Yamuna Expressway, which we've been recommending in Greater Noida. This has about total 6 projects with a total supply of 64,089 units. The available units are just about half at 3315. The inventory overhang is slightly higher, it's about 27 months. The weighted average price of this market is 3407 per square feet. In terms of the caller preference that we received from Ehsan, he had 2 projects in mind. One was Omax Residency phase 2. This is done by a very reputed developer, Omax. It's located in Gomti Nagar extension, trading at about 2,200 to 2,300 rupees a square feet. This is the phase 2 of the project. The phase 1, I believe, would be trading at around 2,500 to 2,600 rupees a square feet. This is right now on the pre-launch stage, phase 2, and should be completed by 2015. This project should be giving you some amount of good reasonable returns as well, apart from long term, medium term as well. The second option that you had in mind was Paradise Crystal from Ansal Group, located in Dadri, Greater Noida. The developer is quite good, but the only thing is the micro market is not very attractive according to us, and this is a very recent launch, so maybe you can see how this region spans out in the coming months. talking about a bit of comparison between Lucknow versus Greater Noida of these two micro markets. Both of them are quite interesting. Yamuna Expressway has given you an annualized return of about 16% vis-a-vis the Gomti Nagar extension, which is just about 7.4%. From that way, yes, Greater Noida looks quite attractive as well. We have one recommended project for you, which is JP Sports City. We've talked a lot about this project. It's a huge project of 2,500 acres. We have a specific project within this township called Cove. Cove is trading at about 3,400 rupees a square feet. It's a large project at about 1754 units. The launch date was about end of December 2009, and the completion date is 2015. It's still available from the developer, and the simple annualized return this project would have given you is about 15.7% since it is launched. So this is an interesting project if you're looking at the Greater Noida market.
Alright, so you're saying Lucknow is fine, but clearly if you look at the price appreciation trends, Greater Noida, Yamuna Expressway is a better investment. So that's one point that we'd like to say in terms of your preferences. Just to sum up what Gaurav has said, Gomti Nagar Omax Residency is all right to go with in case you do choose on Lucknow as one of the future markets that you would like to invest in. Paradise Crystal, well, the developer is very good, Ansal API, but when it comes to the area, not very happy. It's an industrial sort of a town. You do have better options, so go ahead and look at the project that we're recommending, which is Cove by JP Group on Yamuna Expressway. So that pretty much sums up the market. So 27 months is the inventory overhang on Yamuna Expressway. Now let me just come to this point and just discuss it a little bit, because it's Prop Equity which told me that if the inventory overhang is over 24 months or 2 years, which means that the measure of time it will take for unsold supply of units in any particular market to get sold at the current rate of absorption, 24 months is okay, it's in the safe zone. Over 24 months means there's a lot of inventory, there's a lot of supply, and therefore you have to be a bit cautious. As in, with you, because you have a long-term perspective, you're not taking this as a red flag. Am I right, Gaurav?
Sure.
Otherwise, it is a red flag if you're looking at churning the property very quickly or would be depressed about the fact that your property is not going to go up in a hurry. Then that's one figure to watch out for very, very closely.
Also, I would say, Manisha, one has to look at from a perspective of the ticket size. Now, if you want options in these regions, the best preferred options are these. So
Right.
obviously you have, the preference should be towards, as an investor or as a buyer, towards slower,
Markets with lesser
inventory
overhang. But because you've already said these are the futuristic markets you would like to look at, these are some of the data points that you need to be careful of. We've got Mr. Bhatt on the phone line with us. Hi, Mr. Bhatt. Good to have you on the show with us. Go ahead, sir, with your question.
Hi, Manisha. Good evening. Good evening, Sameer.
Good evening. Good evening. Today we have Gaurav with us, sir.
Yeah, in fact, I had a query. I want to put an investment of around, say, 45 lakhs.
Okay.
And I'm based at Delhi, but fortunately, I am in Pune today. I did visit Tata Properties at Talegaon and Undri as well.
All right.
I would suggest you, but these two properties are beyond my budget. I would request you to suggest some properties which may take even 2 to 3 years of gestation period also. I won't mind that. But
Okay.
my budget is around 45 plus minus. Could you please suggest some ongoing projects of reputed builders, trusted builders?
All right, fair enough, sir. So Pune is the market. We, of course, just to tell all our viewers, do watch out this week on Thursday. We are going to be looking at this market from a fairly in-depth point of view, and localities which do have great projects in under 50 lakh budget. But Mr. Bhatt's answer.
For Mr. Bhatt, we have shortlisted 2 locations. One is Dhanori and the second is Undri within this price point as well. So I'll directly come to the key data points for this micro market. The total number of projects in Dhanori stand at about 23, and in terms of Undri it stands at about 30. The total supply of units is about 3139 units in Dhanori and 4709 units in Undri. Available units are about 526 in Dhanori and about 779 in Undri. The inventory in about 11 months for Dhanori. The weighted average price per square feet is just about 3,500 rupees square feet for both the micro markets. In terms of price appreciation notice in these 2 micro markets, it's been quite healthy. Dhanori has given you about 30% absolute return in the last 2.5 years. and Undri has given in fact 43% absolute return in 2.5 years. We have 3 interesting projects for recommendation. The first project is from Pride Purple group called Park Spring. This particular project is trading at about 3650 per square feet. You just have about 400 odd units. The project has seen a good take-up rate as well. It's expected to complete this year itself. You have still few units available from the developer, and this project itself has given you a simple annualized return of about 19%. The second recommendation that we have is a project from Goel Ganga Development called Sparsh. Key data points for this project is it stands at about 3600 rupees a square feet in terms of price. Total number of units are about 140, expected to complete sometime next year. It's available directly from the developer. The third recommendation that we have is a project name called Kolori from Amit Enterprises, located in Undri. It's trading at about 3800 rupees a square feet. It's available directly from the developer, and the completion time is this year. So you have 3 interesting options in this region.
All right, very quickly. So we have Dhanori and Undri, and the projects that we are recommending in a budget of 45 lakh rupees are Park Spring, Pride Purple Group, Sparsh Goel Ganga Development, and there's Kolori by Amit Enterprises.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.